Hi, I'm Alex, and you probably don't know too much about me. So with that in mind, I put a video up last week saying, does anyone have any questions? And to my surprise, a few of you came back and said that you did. And in this video, I'm just going to go through them and try my best to answer them. Are you a man or a mouse? Now, this might seem like a really odd question, as you may well not have seen my man or mouse video, which is still up on YouTube. In the last 6-7 weeks previously, I've been part of Ali Abdaal's part-time YouTuber Academy. So I've been putting up videos for a few months before, but wanted to improve what I was doing. And I've been part of an accountability group I was part of there. A guy called Oliver was very much pushing me to push my boundaries. So with that in mind, I created a short, funny video that said, are you a man or are you a mouse? I'll let you make the decision of whether I'm actually a man or a mouse. That wasn't a serious question from the person that asked it, so he's asked a few more questions. Who's your favourite content creator? Tech, Altar, or Mr. Mobile? And I'm going to be completely honest, I'd forgotten I was still subscribed to Tech Altar. I haven't watched one of his videos in ages, whereas I really like Mr. Mobile's content. Watch it quite often, like what he does, so it's a nice, easy answer for me. Mr. Mobile all the way. Cats or dogs? I think my general preference is neither if I can help it. If I have to pick for one, it would definitely be dogs. How many languages do I speak and which ones? So English, obviously, nice and simple, and that's the only language I speak fluently. However, my wife's primary language is Russian, so both of my children also speak Russian. So I've got a Russian-speaking household. I speak a little bit of Russian, but mostly I don't understand what they're saying, and I've taken the decision to become happier and content with not understanding too much Russian rather than take too much time to learn it fluently. Are you into noise-cancelling headphones? If yes, which ones are you currently using? So I absolutely love noise-cancelling headphones. Currently I've got 2 pairs, which seems a little bit excessive. So I've got one at the house, which is the Sony the joys of the Sony's naming profiles, the XM4s, which are the latest Sony noise cancelling headphones, and they're amazing. The reason I've got those at the house is the feature I liked most on them, or like most on them, is if you speak and you set this in, they stop the noise cancellation. At the house, my kids will constantly ask me questions. So I previously had the XM3s, and then they'd stop speaking to me. I'd then have to tell them to stop speaking. You could put your hand over the cup, but it was a pain. Take them off. It drove me absolutely mad, but not mad enough not to use them. But when the XM4s came out with that feature, I thought I really wanted to try that. And that's the main advantage for me that the XM4s have over the XM3s. At the office, I use the Bose noise cancelling 700s. Now, the reason that I've also got them and haven't got 2 pairs of the Sonys is the microphone quality on the Bose headphones is significantly better, and I'm more likely to make calls at the office. So for that reason, I've gone for the Bose at the office. I've gone for the Sonys here. I've had several noise cancelling headphones over the years. I've actually got the Sony's in-ear noise cancelling buds as well, which are quite useful for being out and about. So the answer is yes, I love those headphones. In terms of if you were looking for one simple answer as to what I use, I've actually got 4 pairs of headphones, well, headphones or earbuds, because my final thing that aren't noise cancelling is I have the Jaybird Sports, which are my exercise sort of in-ear buds. So there you go, I've got 4 active headphones, absolutely love them, hope that helps. How much do you bench? I haven't got a simple answer for that, because in the UK, gyms have been closed for most of the last year really. In fact, recently, although gyms haven't been open for all of 2021, I've just cancelled my gym membership because over the last year, I've sort of built a home gym. Now I haven't got a bench press in the home gym. I do have some dumbbells, so when I'm lifting those, I'm lifting about 34 kilograms in each hand. and I'm doing a sort of hex bar or trap bar, whatever you want to call it, and I've gone up to about 195 kilograms with that. If that's of any interest, that's what I'm lifting. Hopefully in the coming months, I'll get to actually bench something and can answer that question as well. Am I a civil engineer? Because in one of my previous videos, a civil engineer had come to me, or someone I assumed was a civil engineer, certainly an engineer, with some civil engineering drawings and said, could I test these out? How do they work on the Remarkable 2? So I tested those out. But I'm not a civil engineer. So in my day job, I'm a chartered financial planner in the UK. I'm a business owner, wealth manager, sort of work with higher net worth clients, and I've been doing that pretty much all of my professional career. My sort of qualifications are sort of professional financial services qualifications, the equivalent of a degree. And I suppose, interestingly, it says, what have I studied? So I went to university, studied business at university, although I never actually came out with a degree. After that, I've done my professional financial services qualifications, which are the equivalent of a degree. Other than that, I think it's just the school of life, lots of reading, lots of learning, and yeah, that's what I do day to day. Did I set up multiple areas to use just for YouTube, or does home office general space really look that nice and polished? Well, I think that's very kind of you to say that this is just my general home and office. I like to think it looks all right. Behind the camera, it's a little bit messier, but I'm very lucky that I have the space, both at the house and at the office, that I can dedicate to YouTube. But no, it's not specific YouTube space, but it is my space, so I can mix it however I want, and I can set it up just right so that I can work day to day and film YouTube videos easy enough. What was the triggering moment that made me say, even with anxiety, I'll make some YouTube videos? And I don't think there was a single moment. I'd watched YouTubers for years and thought, wow, you know, really something that's impressive, not something that I felt I could do. Then, when we had the global pandemic and all that started, I had a lot less face-to-face meetings, and a lot of meetings started to become via Zoom, which is a different skill. It's not quite a YouTube filming to camera skill, but it's a different skill to face-to-face meetings. And I started to communicate with some of my clients via video messaging, separate to Zoom, just filming videos like this and sending it to them. And by last summer, I was sort of thinking, well, I'm short on hobbies, can't go anywhere. It would be interesting to maybe start a YouTube channel. Sort of by August, that is what I wanted to do. It took me from the August to the October to really build up the courage. And I can't say that there was one single moment that I went, that's it. To say it was admiration for what those YouTubers do, and I've still got that admiration. I think so many of those guys are amazing. The world changing, that changing my skill set, and then just wanting to push myself and push past that anxiety to put some videos out there. In one of my first videos, I said a bit of blurb about wanting to educate in my YouTube channel. What am I already good at? Is it tech? Is it reviews? What are my experiences, and what am I planning to do with the channel? So, as I say, in my day job, chartered financial planner, I've specifically not covered finance as part of what I'm doing here for two reasons. Part of what I'm looking to do with YouTube is to use as a non-work activity. The other thing is, because I work in a heavily regulated profession in the UK, for me to actually talk about finance, there's lots of restrictions, lots of caveats. I need to be careful that I'm not giving anyone advice. So in terms of my expertise day to day, there'd be finance related, and I'm not covering that in YouTube. But actually, one of the reasons I haven't said anyone's names is because of being dyslexic. And I think being a dyslexic, successful business owner, there's lots of learnings that I want to give. I think working with lots of successful people, certainly financially successful people in the UK, there's lots of things I learn from my clients, lots of sharings that I want to put out there. There's lots of things that I read. And the point of this YouTube channel was to put some of the things that I've struggled with over the years and put it out there and hope that people can learn from that, and almost the sort of stuff that I would want to watch. Now, over the past 2 months or so, the channel's got a little bit more technology focused than I originally intended, and it is my intention to make it not as technology focused as it has been over the last couple of months. Essentially, I put a review video out of this Remarkable 2. As I'm filming this video, is at about 22,000 views, which has come as a huge surprise. I've also done a review of my Nokia 8000 4G, which is now over 10,000 views. So there's been an element of following those views just to help the channel's growth. But I'm working on a minimalism video right now that I'm hoping will be out in the next couple of weeks. And in terms of where I'd like to take the channel, yes, I'm sure there will continue to be an element of technology in it. Minimalism and making sure that, we're conscious of what we're purchasing is something I want to cover, and general productivity and life lessons. I did think when I started the channel that I'd be talking more about dyslexia, more about anxiety, and these are things that very much affect me day to day, and that might well be somewhere that I take the channel. But I think from a practical perspective, I don't think I appreciated quite how hard it is to say to camera, even when people aren't always around, these are my struggles in life. Being dyslexic, growing up, it can be hard, and I'd love to be able to grow as a presenter, grow my skills here, grow in confidence, and be able to put messages out that help people. That's the end of the questions. I hope you've found this sort of informal chat style useful. And you know a little bit more about me now. And until next time, until my next video, I've been Alex. Thank you very much for watching. So the final set of questions, and I'll just have a sip of tea here. No one asked me if it's tea or coffee, but it's tea almost all of the day.